Hello buddies, it's me Anu, your math enthusiast from channel Class 6 Maths who wants every kid to fall in love with maths. So here I am to vanish all your math fears and make you a math geek. So are you all ready? So today's topic is integers. So you all must be wondering what is actually integers. No worries, we're going to do it step by step. And maximum we're going to follow NCERT pattern, and in the end we'll try these questions as well. So let's jump into it. In previous classes, you have learned about basic counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Those are natural numbers, right? Like here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 apples. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 butterflies. So 5 and 3 are natural numbers. To this list of natural numbers, if we add a 0, we get whole numbers, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So whole means hollow. 0 is also hollow, so you can relate to it and memorize it that way. Then we have negative numbers. All numbers lying to the left of 0 on the number line are known as negative numbers. For example, -7, -5, -100. So you all must be wondering, what is this number line? So let's understand that. A number line is basically a horizontal line used for visual representation of numbers, right? All the numbers are placed at equal distances with 0 in the middle, right? And all the natural numbers are placed on the right hand side of 0, and negative of natural numbers are placed on the left hand side of 0. I hope everyone is clear about negative numbers. I'll repeat it one more time, that these numbers are placed at equal distances with 0 in the middle. Numbers lying on the right hand side are natural numbers, and numbers lying on the left hand side of 0 are negative numbers. They are negative of natural numbers. I hope everyone is clear. So let's move ahead. So the main topic of today's session is integers. So what is integers? The collection of 0 natural numbers and negative of natural numbers form integers, right? And a very important thing to understand about integers is that they do not include decimals, fractions, or percents, right? For example, like here we have 2 apples. 2 is an integer. But if we talk about 1.5 apple, like 1.5, or if we write it in mixed fraction 1.5, they are not an integers, right? So now you all must be thinking, like, why are we learning all this, right? So these questions usually come up in our mind. So I'll answer to this, that we have some real life applications of integer. So let's look into it. Integers are generally used to signify two contradicting situations, right? They're not just any numbers, they are numbers with signs. Positive numbers and negative numbers, they can have varying applications, right? Similar to them, we have profit loss, increment, decrement, deposit withdrawal, temperature above 0 degrees Celsius, temperature below 0 degrees Celsius, distance above sea level, distance below sea level, earnings, spendings. Then along with this, we have credit and debit calculations are also done in banks using integers. So that's it about applications. Then how to represent them on a number line, let's understand that as well. I have already explained about the number line. Let's quickly revise it. That number line is a visual representation of numbers on a horizontal line which extends indefinitely in both the directions, right? So we are going to mark some points at equal distances with 0 in the middle, and numbers to the right of 0 are positive numbers, positive integers we can call them. Here, like putting the sign is not mandatory, like positive sign +1, +2, +3, or we can write it simply 1, 2, 3. But negative sign is a must. And numbers on the left hand side of 0 are negative integers, which is written as -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. And this is very important. 0 is neither positive nor negative, right? So let's understand it with an example. So here we have to represent two numbers. That is, one is -2, other is +4. Negative numbers, please, it's very important to understand, class. Remember that if we have to plot a negative number, we will move in which direction? Negative number means we will move in left hand side from 0. If we have a positive number, we will move in right direction from 0. From 0. I hope it's clear. So let's see, -2 means 2 steps to the left of 0. This is 0. 2 steps, 1 and 2 to the left hand side, right? And we are with the -2. Then we have +4. +4 means we are going to move 4 steps to the right of 0. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we get this +4 integer. I hope everyone is clear about it. Okay, so now next thing that we are going to understand is ordering of integers, which means that we have to arrange the integers in ascending or descending order, and that is possible if we get to know that which we can compare the integers, which one is greater and which one is smaller. So in simple words, I can say that a number lying on right hand side of number line will always be greater than a number lying on left hand side. So let's just understand it with an example. So if you see any two numbers like 4 and -3, if we have to compare them, 4 is lying on right hand side of number line, so it will be greater than -3. And we can take other examples also, like if we have to compare -3 and -6, it's little confusing, right? Because both are negative numbers. No need to get confused, because -3 is lying on right hand side as compared to -6, right? So which one will be greater? -3, right? So some points are there that we can remember, class. Please note it down as well, that positive numbers will always be greater than 0 and negative numbers. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Also, this I have already explained, that if we have to compare which one is greater and which one is smaller, always just imagine, or you can draw it on paper, number lying on right hand side will always be greater than left hand side. In this, we will understand how to arrange integers, right, in order, which means like ascending or descending. And that is possible if we can compare the two integers, right? And I have a very simple trick for that. A number lying on right hand side will always be greater than number lying on left hand side. So let's just take it with an example. If I have to compare +4 and -3, how can I do that? +4 is lying on right hand side as compared to -3. So +4 will be greater than -3. Let's take one more example. Like if I have to compare -2 and -6, both of these are negative numbers. Little confusing, right? But I'll help you out again. If we compare -6 and -2, just to visualize it, or you can draw it on paper as well, number line. -2 is lying on right hand side as compared to -6. So -2 will be greater than -6. And some of the points I have noted down here as well. Please note it down in your notebooks, that positive numbers will always be greater than 0 or negative numbers. Right? Quite easy and simple to understand. Positive numbers are greater. 0 is neither positive nor negative. And third point also, I have explained that when we compare two numbers, number lying on right hand side will always be greater than number lying on left hand side. Now let's move ahead to the next topic, that is predecessor and successor. So from the name itself, class, we can see pre means before. So number that comes immediately before the given number is the predecessor. Here we have to subtract 1. Successor means number that comes immediately after the given number. So here we are going to add 1 to the given number. So we have one example also, like -2. If we have to find the successor of -2, if we use number line, it is the number line immediately on the right hand side of the number using number line. And if we have to find the predecessor, it will lie on the left hand side of the given number. So we can use any method. Successor +1 or move one step to the right. Predecessor means -1 or move one step to the left of the given number. So that's it for today's topic of integers. Let's discuss now, try these questions of NCERT book. So the first one is write the following numbers with appropriate signs. A part is 100 meter below sea level. Below means sign will be -100, right? Then 25 degrees Celsius above 0 degrees Celsius temperature. Above means positive 25 degrees Celsius, right? So these keywords are very important. Try to understand them. 15 degrees Celsius below. Below means negative, -15 degrees Celsius. D part, any 5 numbers less than 0. So class, I hope you remember, just visualize the number line. Less than 0 means numbers lying on the left hand side of 0. They can be any numbers like -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on, right? Any 5 numbers. Now the second one is compare the following pairs of numbers using greater or less than sign. So 0 and -8. So we already know that if we compare 0 and a negative number, 0 will always be greater than a negative number, right? Then we have 5 and -5. So here we have a positive number and a negative number. So it's quite obvious, class, that a positive number is always greater than a negative number. So 5 is greater. Then we have 0 and 6. So this is very important, class. Try to understand that if we compare 0 and a positive number is always greater than 0. Right, so 6 will be greater. Then if we have to compare to negative numbers like -1 and -15, so you can visualize the number line or you can draw it on paper. So if from 0, if I'll start, it will be -1, so on, and it will be -15. So which one is on right hand side? -1. So -1 is greater, right? So here the rule that I have applied is that number lying on right hand side will always be greater than number lying on left hand side. Then again we have 11 and 15. For this, from 0, if we will move on, it will be 11, then 15. So 15 is on right hand side, right? Then now we are comparing positive and negative number. This rule I have already written. So positive number is always going to be greater. So from this exercise, the following conclusions have been made. Let's read them quickly. Every positive integer is larger than every negative integer. This I have already explained with this example. 5 is greater than -5. Then 0 is less than every positive integer. The example is 0 and 6. Then 0 is larger than every negative integer. The first example, 0 is greater than -8. 0 is neither a negative integer nor a positive integer. This is obvious, we have learned earlier. Farther a number of 0 on the right, larger is its value. So this also we have done. Like if we compare 11 and 15, 15 is farther, right? So this is greater. Then farther a number from 0 on the left, smaller is its value. This is example of -1 and -15. -15 is farther, so it is smaller. So I hope everyone understood whatever I tried to explain. Please do like, subscribe my channel, and see you all in the next video. Take care till then. Bye-bye.